So, welcome, Little Trad West podcast, extra episode, quick little video. So, there was an apparent drag parody of The Last Supper for the opening ceremony in France, Paris Olympics. And a lot of people are not happy, saying it's mocking Christians. And, I have to agree, it does seem in poor taste. As I've stated before, I'm not overly religious, but I have some religious leanings and background from my childhood, at least. And I do think this is in poor taste. I can see why people are upset. Um, and my main problem is actually I have a different problem with this whole scene here. Um, that most people are just mad because it's mocking the Last Supper. Fair point. Um, Drag queens, not my cup of tea. I find it a weird fetish that grown ass men want to put makeup on and dresses and dress like women. I think it's fucking weird. That said, to each their own. I'm not saying they can't do that, but it should be done somewhere more private, maybe 21 and up, gay bars, whatnot. You want to do drag shows there? No problem with it. Not to be promoted in public where there's children, and lo and behold, what am I looking at? In this picture, there's a child in the picture. That's where you lose me. That's where you piss me off. Leave the kids out of it. I'm not some prude, but I believe children should be kept out of it and kept innocent as long as possible. They don't need to be around drag queens. A lot of the drag performances are sexualized. No room for it being around children. Where you piss me off. Leave the kids out of it. Do it in the privacy of a 21 and up gay bar or something. And, the Christians are going to get mad. I'm with you on this one, but here's what I'm more mad about. This one that's in the very middle wearing this like crown. I think that's what represents what Jesus was wearing. Uh, but she's like a 300-pound obese woman. Okay. This is the opening ceremony for the Olympics. All right. Do we realize what the Olympics are? These are athletes that are the epitome of like peak physical condition, discipline, health, proper diet, proper training, work their asses off their entire lifetimes to be there. And what is this doing? We're promoting obesity in my mind by having this woman that's like 300 pounds, terribly obese, as part of the opening act of the Olympic ceremony. That should not, I'm not saying she's any lesser of a human being, probably a nice lady, but that type of shit needs to stop being promoted and looked upon as like beautiful. It's not. It's grotesque. It should be shamed, and that should not be promoted. It's going to promote, she's going to end up with diabetes if she doesn't have it already, a major drain on the healthcare system. But Big Pharma loves that, don't they? They can just make a bunch of money off insulin and whatever pharmaceuticals that just keep symptoms at bay and never cure people. This is like a slap in the face to all these Olympic athletes who, like I said, prime peak physical condition. And what do we have in the opening ceremony? Obesity, diabetes. Yeah, shouldn't be promoted. Should not be promoted. Showing it like that is being promoted. And all the people are going to come at me, fat phobic. Yes, okay. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you're fat like that, but come on now. We don't need to promote that. But big food, big pharma, that's what's promoted. We should be promoting exercise, which is what the Olympics are doing. Healthier eating. Not saying you have to be a fit freak, health freak 24/7, but obesity should be shamed and should not be promoted in this way. So that's where I get majorly offended. And I say that because there's going to be people that come at me like, oh, you don't know what she could have a health condition that makes her that big. Bullshit. Very, very few people have some weird health condition. They're very rare that would make you just gain a bunch of weight and be a fat slob. Sorry. It's laziness, lack of discipline, and fucking eating all the sugar, processed foods just to get those dopamine hits. It's called a little discipline. And that's me coming at you not as someone who has some crazy gifted metabolism. I found a new respect for people that were super muscular, super lean, super shredded in shape, six-pack abs once I started getting into fitness and working out. Because man, the work and the dedication and the discipline, particularly when it comes to food choices that most of these people have to partake in is crazy. If I had a phase where I was super, super gym bro, super lean, fit, abs, but guess what I was doing? Lifting hours per day, at least 5 days a week, then also added cardio on top of the lifting, and then also eating low, no carbohydrate diet. That's what it takes for a lot of these people. It's not like these people are just gifted metabolism and they can eat whatever the hell they want. So, yes, it is fully under your control to not be fat. All it takes is saying no to a fucking cupcake. Don't eat McDonald's. Don't eat fast food. Eat protein, some fats. Fat is not the enemy. Sugars are. Sugars and carbs. There's some good carbs, but sugars and carbs. Eat eggs for breakfast instead of your shitty cereals. So, Christians, I get it. I get why you're upset about the whole drag queen Last Supper. But I'm more offended by the obese woman, considering this is the Olympics. Athletes in peak physical condition is what we're supposed to be celebrating through the Olympics, not promoting obese 300-pound women who have no self-control and discipline, because that's how you get that big. You don't just get that big by accident. So that's where I'm offended. Where are you offended? What are you offended about? Last Supper? You know what? This makes me want to become a little more religious, because I do think it's kind of ridiculous. So for my religious friends out there, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for you. Christ is King. Now look what you made me do, woke mob, far leftists, because you push this degenerate crap. You're just making people go more far right to the extreme and become more religious. So that's my problems with it. I know everyone's up in arms about the religious aspect, but I'm more mad about the obese aspect, because it's a slap in the face to all those athletes there that work their asses off. We don't need to be promoting obesity in this country. It's bad enough. It's wreaking havoc on our healthcare system, and it's unhealthy. But hey, we just went through a pandemic where they were offering free donuts if you went and got your vaccine. Forget working out, forget eating healthy. Just get this pharmaceutical and have some donuts. Makes sense, doesn't it? But I'll end this little brief segment here. Just wanted to put some stuff out there on the Olympic opening ceremony. I don't know if I'll be watching the Olympics. Comment if you'll be watching the Olympics after this, or do you watch them anyways? Sometimes I watch. I don't watch all of them. Certain events I prefer watching. I don't mind watching the weightlifting and stuff like that. But hey, they'll probably be allowing transgender men to be in the weightlifting competitions with women. So I'm pretty sure they have let that happen before. So Yeah, might be done with the Olympics if they continue this stuff. But what do you think? Until next time, I'll probably have some more videos later.